Hello dear colleagues, welcome to my channel. This is a fun and learn story for kids. This story is about a bear and a bee. Once upon a time in a green forest, there lived a big, fat, lazy bear. His name was Barry White. He loved to eat sweet berries and honey, but he was too lazy to go out and find his own food, so he would look around for somebody else's food. One day, Barry White saw a beehive hanging from a tree branch. It was full of sweet, yummy honey, but it was guarded by a very angry, grumpy bee. The bee was so cross that no one dared to come near the hive and steal its honey. But Barry White was very hungry and lazy, and so he thought of a plan. He went to a nearby stream, took a long drink, and then started to roar like a lion. Roar, roar! The bee came out of the hive to see what was happening. Barry White kept roaring and took his big paw and swiped the hive out of the tree. The hive fell down with a thud and the bee got scared. The bear picked up the hive and started to lick it. The bee buzzed around him saying, "Stop! Stop! Please don't eat my honey. Please leave it for me." But Barry White just kept licking and soon finished all the honey. After drinking all that sweet, sticky honey, Barry White felt very thirsty. He went to the same stream, but this time he couldn't take a sip. His throat was very sore. He tried to speak, but only a hoarse whisper came out. I need some water." Just then, the bee landed on his nose and said, "Why did you eat my honey? Now I have nothing to eat or drink. If you want some water, I know where there is a beautiful lake. There is plenty of water there for you." Barry White looked at the bee and said, "Thank you. Thank you very much," and followed the bee to the lake. The bee took a small sip of water and then flew away. Barry White drank a lot of water and felt much better. As he walked back home, he saw a beautiful field full of sweet, juicy berries. He picked some of them and started to eat. Suddenly, he felt a sharp pain in his stomach. He fell down on the ground and cried, "Oh, my stomach, my stomach." The bear stayed there for a long time, crying and in pain. When the sun set, he slowly got up and went to sleep. He tossed and turned in his bed all night long. In the morning, when he woke up, he still felt very sick. He wanted to get up, but his legs felt heavy and weak. He tried to walk, but fell down again. Just then, the bee came inside the cave. She asked the bear, "How are you feeling now?" Barry White said, "I ate your honey, and now my stomach feels very bad. I think I will die." The bee said, "Don't worry, Barry White. I have some medicine for you." She went out and soon came back with some sweet-smelling herbs. She made the bear drink some of her herbal medicine. After a few days, the bear was back to normal. His stomach didn't hurt anymore. He could eat and drink anything. One day, Barry White was eating berries when the bee sat on his nose again. She said, "Thank you for not eating my honey. Now I have some honey for you." She took the bear to her hive and gave him some sweet, delicious honey. Barry White was very ashamed of himself. He said, "I am sorry, little bee, that I ate your honey and made fun of you. From now on, I will never, ever do that again." The bee said, "It's all right, Barry White. We all make mistakes. Let's be friends from now on." And they lived happily ever after. So, my dear colleagues, this was a fun and learn story for kids about the bear and the bee. I hope you all liked this story. If you want more such stories, do subscribe and comment down below. and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.